We now return to Let's Play Lethis, Path of Progress. Chapter 20, Grunburg, the Science Fair. Just imagine, travelers from all around Lethis get together to marvel at the newest inventions and technologies of the entire empire. This is certainly going to be a lot of work, but I am sure that this is a task you are able to accomplish. Catherine is stunned by Empress Victoria's vision. This project, however, needs a very solidly built city to work, a city able to provide enough resources and automatons to render a feat like this possible. If you're short on automatons, don't forget your artists' workshops do not have to be activated at all times during the construction of a monument. So, that is a very big deal. So we need to have a huge automaton industry in this city because we are going to need quite a number of automatons just to have the population required for the inventor's workshop. It looks like we've got access to 4 iron. I don't believe that's going to be enough. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so I've gone ahead and anticipated a massive amount of workers required to make this happen. We've got 4 housing blocks sprawled out everywhere, kinda covering some sand. I don't know how much I will need, but I've got that out here. Major farming plot out there. I've also got 2 very large blocks of elite homes because I have a feeling we're going to need them. This is actually a little bit overkill. In order to get the 600 I require for this mission, it's going to be quite a feat. I've got storehouses separate for each of the food groups I will require, as well as separation of 2 store yards, basically just to have that. Don't really need that too much for these guys. I mean, they have some requirements, but definitely not worth having a separate store yard for themselves, but whatever. Hopefully this, I'm gonna have to have, I think I left room right there. So right there and like down here. Hopefully that's not gonna be too far to get the goods for these guys. But I don't know, we'll find out. So let's see, I'm having you refuse everything except the fish. You are going to be taking the bread, and we have access to meat as well. So I've also got that, so I can make my beer. So this is another situation where I have all resources available that I require. I've got all 3 types of mineral, I believe, and yeah, so we're fine in that scenario. Basically, I will be redoing what I did in the last mission, and we'll start off by finding some resources I can sell, make profit, so that doesn't go down the tubes. And then, let's see, we can begin selling copper immediately. So it's basically the same thing for everybody. We'll begin selling the copper. So, okay, those 2 right there then. Copper and gold will be the first things we begin selling. So let's do, I didn't put a bridge over here. Can I hook these up at all? Right there. Okay. I could also do it there. I'm going to have to do it there probably. But for now, this will be fine. And we will get... Well, I think if I start with this, actually, that's probably... Yeah, let's start selling the copper since it's right there. That is copper, though, right? Yes, it is. Okay. So I'll take off 2 of those. That's going to block... Now, do I want the road going that way or the other way? I guess it doesn't matter because I can have it coming through that little pass right there as well. This kind of keeps it out of the way. But if I extend it that way, the road goes a little bit further. So that's fine. This one, however, is going to be a bit of a problem because if I really want to connect that up, I think I'll probably have to have a separate connection. Because we've got 2... Well, never mind. I could have the back road going this way, and then this one is... I don't think it's going to be close enough. So I will extend it this way, and hopefully that appeal is not going to be too terrible. I'm hoping we'll be able to circumvent that. Okay, I can get it there, and that makes you close enough there. And then this will pass by here, and then if I need it, I can have it extend. I think that guy's going to walk that far if I have him go there. So it'll have to go here, and I'll bring it around the back way so that we can connect it up there. And that allows me to put, I guess, a roadblock there and roadblock there. I don't know why I would want one there, but just in case I want one there. So, another inspector, there we go. You have to sit there, and you'll definitely make it to the third one, but like I said, I don't think you'll make it to the fourth one. Probably have to connect that up over to this side, and then I'll have like a separate thing over here. I mean, it's going to be a mess for workers, but we'll be fine. We've got the resources for that. So we've got 2 of those. I'm going to need platform. Okay, I think let's get started here. I need to separate these, so we'll have to set aside room for those and for these. And then anything I have left over will go towards what? Minerals? Nah, we'd better keep minerals over there so they don't have to go being dragged all the way across the screen. So let's take, say, 1200. Now that is going to leave me an awful lot of room besides that. Okay, let's just put a distribution thing here. Right behind those houses? Not the best location, actually. Since we're going to have a condenser on that side, let's just do that. We'll put it separately as a part of this guy's path. And then we also have a place to put the industry as well. Keep that separate. So, I'll have him walk this way, I guess. That'll be fine. Put this here. That one there. And he won't make it completely all the way down there, so I need to keep that in mind, but it'll work for my purposes right now. Let's go ahead and actually just put this here, because that will be far enough. And then we'll put this at refuse, and I will accept the usual industrial goods. Copper. I said copper. Again, we'll split the iron and the steel, seeing as how one is going to be used more frequently than the other. For right now, though, I just want to take that, and take that. Lower this down to 800. You know, it would actually be better if it started at 0 and you went up, because more often than not, you're not just going to say accept everything and then let it run. I mean, you want a very specific amount in your warehouses and your storehouses. And I know that's how the Impressions games did it, but they did it wrong too, as far as I'm concerned. That's not going to fit there. Plunk it there. Or, yeah, okay, because we can extend a thing, and then we can have the robot factories over there. Yep, yep. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. We'll just do it all. So, yes, the automatons that we have available, based on the ratios of metal, I'm almost not sure if we're going to have enough. Because I've only got access to the 4 copper, and on a 1-to-1-to-1, that's not, I mean, that might be enough. Since I'm going to have 60 automaton just for supplying my elite homes. Might be extending myself a little bit. I don't know how much this World Fair is going to require for production. So we're hooked up. Right? We should be. Okay, steam production in place. The mines are running. We're producing copper. Copper is going to have to be, first of all, we've got to turn this on, and then copper will just be sold. starting off. What building just collapsed? What the fuck? Oh. Guess who forgot to put a... Oh, motherfucker. Idiot. So, I forgot to put an inspector over here. That was fun. Okay, well at least that happened now, before we got too far along there. Unnecessary waste of money, though. Okay. Gonna refuse you, and you were meat? I believe you were accepting meat. Better make sure. Yes. Okay, now this time I'm definitely going to put something like this. And I'll put it here just in case I want to... Well, I was actually going to use him as part of the inspection for the glass, but I don't know that he's actually going to make it that far. We'll put one there just in case anyway. And I'll get rid of you. And then we'll replace this. We'll try it that way. I need to make sure I'm putting this on the right spot, because the last thing I need is for him not to be able to get out. And then everything falls apart. Okay, we're full up on the fish, so it is totally time to distribute some of that and get my workforce up and running. I think it's probably going to be a good idea to just do this as quickly as possible. Since we're going to have full granaries, no, I'd better not. Bread, again, we can turn off bread because that's the most labor intensive, and thus I will not be making very much of it. Although, it might require a little bit more out of the grain to make meat, so possibly I'm not getting as much of a return that way. I don't really know. So, now that you're built again, you can go back to reselling, and you're up, and then we got guys coming in. Okay! Good. Well, everything seems to be running along just fine right now. 35% unemployed. That's good. I can probably focus a little bit now on re-expanding that, or, alternatively, I can just... Riot! Your mine workers are unhappy. Your labor conditions do not please them at all, and they've decided to go on strike. Your mine workers went on strike. Well, okay. So much for that. I was going to expand my mines and start doing the gold so we can start selling gold. That's not going to happen. So, you know what? Let's put this down so I can begin finding what needs to be built for it. Is this... Could I just put it there? Well, no, because it's being built over... Oh, condensers that I did not attach to the system. Extractor, rather. There must be a steam vent there because otherwise I wouldn't be able to build one. Okay, so this kind of limits my ability to shove this in somewhere. Let's see, could I rotate you? Would you fit there? You would fit right there. In fact, if I bring you down, you'll fit right there. Probably want to do that. I don't want to bend the road a little to pull it back up, because otherwise the inspector's not going to make it. But I'm taking up a lot of space that way. If I pull it away... How big is this thing? Shit. Not what I meant to do. You would actually fit right there. Okay, and then these little 2x2... Oh, okay, we'll have plenty of room. Never mind. Concerns are overblown. Okay. Bam. So you're going to require immediately steel. Okay, so much for saving that up. Steel and sand. I think I'm going to build a little shortcut into this. First of all, I'll just pull the road out like this. And that'll be the first expansion. Oh, shit. What's going on there? Can't do that. I freaking hate this. I hate it so much. Okay, we'll pull it out like that. No, don't do that. Don't destroy the condenser, please. And then we'll put you in here. And I guess I'm going to have to destroy that one, because it's doing some funky things here. There. Okay, perfect. So now I need to come in, grab you, block you off, block you off. And what was I doing this for? I don't fucking remember. Oh, it's so that I can actually have a direct, yeah, have a direct link up with the other side of the river, which I'm also going to do here. So now we have shortcuts galore, and hopefully that will make things a little bit more efficient. Okay, so that's connected up. We'll begin production of, well, we can't begin production of shit because the mines are dead. So we could do some sand, possibly. Let's focus on food industry. Let's just make sure we've got all that nonsense taken care of. Can you go any further with this? Probably not. I could build some more along here though, which means I would have to extend the road in one to make sure it all fit everybody. I think we got enough fish. Let's not focus on the fish. Let's focus on massive amounts of grain, because that is going to be a major crop in this city. I'm going to have to contend with the shoreline there, though, because I don't want it bumping into the sand. So again, we're assuming 2 to 1 on the grain, and then a 1 to 1 to 2. So this will be enough for, well, a lot of stuff, actually. I guess I can pull it that way, and then just we'll connect it at the top and bottom. I mean, this is going to be connected either way to this, because I'm going to have a road coming along the back here. So let's go ahead and build that road. I need to make sure I know where these are going to go. Attach, please. Okay, so it bumps up 1, and then by the time it gets here, can you not build there? That's not straight enough to build on. Okay, so it's going to have to go 2 above that. So we'll come down here like that. Okay, and then we'll hook up there. Splendid. And since I'm going to have the walker, how far does Mr. Walker go? He will, in fact, go all the way. Not to there, but now he should be able to go to the end of that road. Yeah. So that should definitely be enough sand extractors, and then we can put a couple glass makers along the way. Might have room for them somewhere. 75 automaton. End of the strike! Empress Victoria has lots to discuss, yet 3 months later, she managed to mediate new conditions for the mine workers without angering large mining firms. Your mine workers return to the workplace. I'm going to turn you off, because I would rather utilize my automatons over here, which are still kind of far away, and they've been largely ignored. That reminds me, I have not put down anything by way of tax collection. Once again, rotate you. In you go. So these guys are taking food now. They should have food. They now need the wash house exorcist combo. Okay. So grab you. Where was I saving you? Possibly here? Probably there. And then you were over here. Okay. And then we now need the exorcist. And that'll do for the 2 of you. Okay. So we should be getting a huge new influx of workers. Unemployment 31%. Okay, great. Damn it, I just realized I didn't leave myself any room for the production of food. I'm going to have to move this guy back, which means that he's not going to make it all the way there. Great. Great forward planning there. Let's pull you out of there. Knock you down. Gonna put this right here. And how far now do you go? Oh, he still goes all the way. Great. That is very good. Seems to walk a little bit further than I was expecting him to. So, let's do 1, 2... Well, 3 will be enough, and that takes care of that, so we can support a little bit more, actually, than I currently have put down. And of course now this is completely not gonna, unless I build it on this side. Do it this way instead. That's kind of messy there. If I did bring it back one, and if I move the road over there, I can fit 4 in here. Doesn't line up very nice, but whatever. We're looking for efficiency here, and nothing else. Food. I always forget where this shit is. Okay, good. So I didn't leave myself any room for production of beer, but now we've got food. I guess I could see how far back I could take him now. You know, just if I could pull him along this way, and maybe put some beer right here. I don't know. Anyway, this should be enough for the making and manufacture of everything that I've got. I'm assuming. Unless it's a 3-to-1 ratio. In which case, we might need a bit more. We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll see how much I have left in storage, and that will sort of tell me whether or not I have underbuilt. But, I mean, I've got so much room for food over here. I mean, I've got a whole coastline for fish if I really need it. But this ought to handle enough of these people. In fact, it kind of looks like we are a little bit low on the fish, although that may just be because of the new influx of people. And I've got a whole coastline over here as well, but I don't really have any way to connect it because I didn't leave myself room for that road. So that was great. But I've got a little bit of coastline there as well as there. So I think we're fine in that regard. So you guys... Oh yeah, look at this. They've still got 600 in stock, and they're starting the new growing season. So this is definitely enough to keep food in supply. It's just, you know, it's getting consumed as soon as it's being made, mostly because I've got these guys, you know, accepting everything that they can. So, mine workers are back. Good. How now, brown cow? Money situation is fantastic. We're making lots of money. So that means I can start the next round of expansion of... Okay, looks like we're taking all that of... Well, should it be gold? No, we've got plenty of gold. Let's start the beginning of our automaton factories. Get that up. I think I want to focus on my population missions first. Or, population mission... goal first. There's no goal, but I need the people in order to get the 6 people required for that special building to make this damn thing. Although we could start just making sand right now. That's a thing too. In fact, now that you are open to a lot of stuff, I can... This is not the right place for this, but I can have you accept a little bit anyway. You'll need 800? 800. So we'll begin that anyway. 32%, yeah, totally. Okay. But there's no one to put it in there, is there? Because there's a lack of automatons, so no one will be working on the dig site, even if I do that. So yeah, we need to build automatons first. Okay, well, that's the goal for next episode. I'll end this one here, and I'll see you then.